This report is brought to you by at the Skills Jam.
With college becoming even more expensive, many high school students are asking, is there another way to get a great career without being saddled with tons of debt? The answer is yes.
They build the farmhouses and the skyscrapers. They keep the machines running on roads, on water, and in the air. They provide the countless services that we depend on each and every day, from basic needs to entertainment. They are the nation's skilled workers. Without skilled workers, our world would come to a grinding halt. Scary as that sounds, listen to this. Skilled workers in our country are disappearing. That's creating what's called the skilled labor gap, meaning there are more jobs available than there are skilled workers to fill them. And that is setting off alarm bells. To explain the problem, as well as the solution, we're once again joined by Mark Hedstrom. He's the Executive Director of the Skilled Careers Coalition. Welcome back, Mark.
Thank you for having me back.
Great to have you. So, just how serious is the skilled labor gap?
Well, when you talk to people in industry, as we've been doing for the last couple of years, the number really hovers around 6 million unfilled skilled labor jobs right now. So that's what the skills gap is that there's more demand out there for skilled workers and skilled trades than there are people actually filling those roles. So one of our challenges is how do we approach that gap that we all see and start talking to younger students about the opportunity that skilled careers presents.
Why is it happening?
Well, I think a lot of it comes down to, in a lot of cases for a number of years, over the course of 20 or 30 years, we've been talking about two options for young students. One is the military and the other is a 4-year degree. And we haven't really focused on that third opportunity, which is equal to those two, which is a skilled career, going to a technical school, learning a trade, as they're often called.
What can be done to get more teens interested in skilled jobs?
It's not a either or, it's a yes and. So yes, there are people who are going to pursue a career in the military. Yes, there are people going to pursue 4-year degrees. And yes, there should be people pursuing a skilled career. So a lot of work at the Skilled Careers Coalition with some of our partners like Skills USA and the American School Council Association is focusing on how do we create content by youth for youth.
One way to do that is through Skills Jam.
Welcome to Skills Jam.
I'ma take it to the top.
Where skills, passion, and ambition collide.
It's a nationwide competition, as well as a series of motivating videos designed to show high school students the many opportunities available in skilled careers.
So a lot of our work on Skills Jam is talking to young students who are in these career paths and asking them to talk about their passion, what they love about their job, and showing their actual skill on camera. And we present Skills Jam through YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok because we know that's where students are consuming information.
Speaking of TikTok, we're being joined by one of its popular influencers. Destiny Simone Adams has an impressive resume. She's run workshops ranging from the basics of soldering to robotics. And besides being a skilled engineer, you're also an artist. You create tech that's not only wearable, but interactive. How cool is that?
Thank you. Yes, I have a very strong hope for all things related to STEAM. For those who don't know, science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. So I find a way to do all those different mediums and kind of intertwine them into one big project whenever I can.
That sounds pretty cool. How did you get started in engineering?
I got started by simply breaking things apart and putting them back together at a young age, so early on, 7. Having big desktops with PCs, computers, and things malfunction, and my parents giving me the free range to take it apart and figure out how to put it back together. And that's when I started discovering STEM career fields. There's very niche careers that you can get into that doesn't require a whole lot of schooling. And then through a lot of research and trial and error and exposure, I was able to learn, well, it's electronics for me. It's robotics. It's mechatronics. It's those things that move, that gets me excited, that gets me really passionate and really driven about technology and the direction we're going.
You mentioned the term mechatronic. What does that mean?
So if you think about robots or autonomous vehicles like self-driving cars, or if you think of humanoids like Tesla robots, all of those things are encompassing mechatronics, things to do with moving parts and electronics.
Got it. Skilled career jobs generally don't require a degree from a 4-year college. These skills can be learned at a 2-year community college, trade school, or even on the job. So Mark, besides not amassing a lot of college debt, what are other advantages of taking the skilled trades route?
Yes, it's the debt. That certainly is a factor for a lot of students and their families to think about, but it's also 4 years of work. So I think there's a real opportunity not just to think about just the economic challenges that occur with a 4-year degree, but also the opportunity to get out in the workforce quicker, right? To earn money and to start down your pathway of applying your trade. I think that's a great opportunity for a lot of students to consider because it's quicker out the door and you have a greater opportunity to start working when you get the chance.
What skills are in the most demand today and in the near future?
So some of those traditional trades a lot of people think about, those are in high demand, industrial work, all the way through to construction, manufacturing jobs. So you're thinking about how do you build cars, how do you manufacture different materials and equipment that exists out there, through to what Destiny spends her time in, which is really focusing on mechatronics and what's coming, or robotics and automation.
How about earnings? Can you make a good living?
From construction workers to automated service techs to diesel engine techs. There's a lot of opportunity out there, and there's a lot of great careers. So coming out of high school and then doing an accreditation program, you could be out at 20 making $60,000 as a plumber. And that's a great opportunity for someone that young.
Yeah. Destiny, to those teens who are watching and wondering what career path to take, what advice would you give?
I would say explore. Give yourself a lot of grace to explore everything. Try new things. Don't be afraid to fail. Failing isn't anything but your first attempt in learning. So do it a second time. If you don't like it after the second time, okay, you can make an informed decision that maybe this isn't for me. But you never know what you won't like until you try it at least 2 times. That's my piece of advice.
That's great. Anything to add, Mark?
I mean, she said it amazingly well. I would say, be intellectually curious and explore, right? You have an opportunity when you're younger to look at all the different things you might be interested in and take a look at them. I didn't know that I was interested in this, and wow, there's all these opportunities in terms of the types of jobs I could be doing. So that curiosity and exploration is incredibly important, to Destiny's point.
Ask questions, make connections. People will be your biggest resources. So be kind to other people as well. You never know when you'll need them.
Certainly great advice. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's been said that in every crisis, there's an opportunity. And Skills Jam is working to make teens aware of that opportunity. Through young influencers like Destiny, as well as through videos and high-energy special events.
Step inside the most exciting competition you've probably never heard of. The National Skills USA Championships, where thousands of students from across the country flock to Atlanta every year hoping to be recognized as the best in their craft. From culinary and cosmetology to construction and robotics, these students are carving out their futures with their own hands.
Skills Jam is getting the word out that 4-year colleges or the military aren't the only paths to a well-paying career and job satisfaction. To find out more, check out skillsjam.com. And here's a timely reminder for those of you interested in seeing if a job in the building trades is right for you. Every October, America celebrates Careers in Construction Month. This nationwide campaign aims to encourage teens to learn about the many and varied opportunities in the construction industry. A career in construction is just one of the many great ways to build a rewarding future. For Teen Kids News, I'm Alexandra.